Welcome back to Tiny Talk. Today, we'll be talking about a super exciting development that we have planned. I'm Brian Sodre.
And I'm Sal De Benedetto. So yeah, Brian, tell me a little bit about this exciting project we have going on in North Fort Myers.
So, we found this piece of land originally back in around April when we were applying for the Affordable Housing Grant Project. We wanted to do it originally there. Unfortunately, at the time, the landowners didn't want to necessarily negotiate. Long and behold, after we submitted our application for the grant, they called us back and they said we're willing to negotiate. So we got a little over 3 acre parcel out in North Fort Myers that has direct access to the Caloosahatchee River, where we've created a site plan for 57 tiny homes.
So what are these 57 homes going to be made out of?
Our vision is to create a short-term rental community. That's the ultimate vision, given that it has direct access to the Caloosahatchee River and an island that just got purchased by some developers looking to do a fun and exciting type of entertainment island. Given that it's right off the coast of that, we would like to do a short-term rental community. And these 57 homes will be built on pilings, 12 feet high. You can park your RV directly underneath it. And the homes will be composed of 3D concrete printing structural materials.
So when you say short-term rentals, what do you mean by that? Like Airbnb, Vrbo?
Absolutely. There's many different short-term rental platforms that allow homeowners or investors to earn a little extra income while they're not using the property. Because this is Southwest Florida, a hot spot for snowbirds, between the months of October to about May, we get a lot of snowbirds that come in, and that's a great location for those types of visitors.
It is, and one thing I would like to add too, a lot of HOAs in the area, I believe they have a 30-day restriction when it comes to rentals. So if you rent out a property that you own in a community, I believe you can't rent it out less than 30 days.
Right.
So with this community having the homes elevated 12 feet up, I believe you said, with the ability to have the RV below it, in combination with the short-term rental ability, I believe that'd be a great positive for the area.
I agree. As a personal real estate investor myself, owning properties that were on short-term rental platforms, I saw the huge advantage of being able to utilize this type of investment vehicle to have a nice return on your investment, and at the same time being able to use it whenever you need. And I'm somebody who I don't like restrictions. I don't like to be limited on what I can do. So if it's up to me, we'd like to allow homeowners to use that property as they see fit. Perhaps some of them, a good percentage of that community, will use it as their primary residence. But I believe that a majority will keep it as an investment property and use it for short-term rentals.
And when a lot of people think developments, especially down here on the west coast of Florida, they think of, the standard amenities, the neighborhood pool, the neighborhood clubhouse, along with many other amenities, pickleball courts. Will this development include that?
Yeah, we'll have a few amenities. Some that we have allotted in our site plan are a community pool, community gazebo where you can have some shade over that pooled area, possibly barbecue. We'll have a nice little dog park allocated. A few things that we're planning, we just don't know if it's going to be feasible at this stage, is a viewing dock that connects to Powell Creek right along the backside, and a clubhouse venue, which will be over 3,000 square feet for weddings, birthdays, maybe even some divorce parties.
So I know we offer 3 different floor plans. Are we going to have all 3 of these floor plans elevated on those 12-foot stilts, or is it just going to be one floor plan throughout?
Right now, the idea is to have one model, and that's the 750 square foot model that is 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. Our starting price is going to be $285,000. I say starting because we're going to give them options to upgrade any part of their building as they see fit. Solar panel, maybe a small little vegetable garden in their backyard, a wraparound porch. That way they could oversee the sunset and have beautiful views of the Caloosahatchee River. Those are all upgrades that we may be able to offer. It's too soon to tell right now.
So given that the home's elevated, is that going to change any aspect of the floor plan, like the entrance to the house, just the way it's laid out in general? Will it be any different than if it was just sitting on a infill lot?
Yes, so because the home is elevated and the home is a lot smaller and lighter, the pilings will run along both sides of the property. That'll give enough space comfortably for 4 vehicles or a nice RV size and 2 vehicles along the other side. It's very flexible in that manner. Then you'd walk up the stairs to your house where it'll be 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, 750 living square feet. So you'll have 750 square feet of covered parking and 750 square feet of living space.
And as far as the actual layout of the second floor of the where your actual living area is going to be, that's going to be identical to the floor plans that we have on our website for the 3-2.
Correct, that's the plan.
So being that it is a platted community and there's going to be common areas such as the clubhouse, the community pool, is there going to be an HOA in this community?
Yes, we foresee an HOA to take care of the basic common ground maintenance. We estimate that a comfortable $50 a month would suffice to maintain grounds and the community pool and park area.
And who's going to manage the HOA?
Saldo Benedetto.
All right, so switching gears a little bit to obviously a development cannot just go up in 6 months. You know, there's a lot of planning that goes behind it, and I think you would know best when it comes to that. You have wetlands, you have many different soil tests, just so many different things that has to be done to the property before we could even run the utilities and just start putting the rough infrastructure in. So what phase of this development are we in right now?
Right now we're in the super early stages, where one of the most difficult parts for any developer to get into a development is raising the capital to plan, design, and essentially get the entire community pad ready for a home to be constructed on it. One of the biggest obstacles is getting lending. So we took a different approach. We're a smaller company. We may not have all the experience in the world to showcase what we're trying to accomplish, which is not suitable for loans. So what we're doing is we're taking a different approach. We're offering the community a chance to invest into this project, where we're currently seeking $3 million to get the entire site pad ready and ready to build. At that point, we will then offer pre-construction loans so we can build each house individually. That's how we're overcoming that specific challenge.
And for anybody who's listening and would like to potentially be involved in the raising of the capital or has the capital, what would be the best way for them to get in touch with us?
Right, so we have 2 different options. If you're a realtor or someone in the real estate space and you've got a wide connection of investors, you can make money 2 different ways. 1, connect the investors with our project. You'll be discussing all the investment related topics directly with Flipworks, which is a real estate backed private equity firm. They'll sit with you and your investor to discuss and iron out all the details of the investment. By just connecting the 2, they offer what's referred to as a finder's fee. So they can get compensated, and by the way, they don't have to be licensed for that referral. They can get compensated up to 2% for that referral of any amount that the investor commits for this particular project. That's one way. The second way is we're allowing them to compete for exclusive listing rights to this development. What does that mean? Means if I'm in a real estate brokerage along with my team of 20 other agents representing a brokerage, if collectively we all referred investors and raised $3 million, we are in the running to earn exclusive agency rights to this development, in which we've allocated $750,000 in real estate commissions. That's pretty hard to come across. Right?
It is, and if I'm understanding it correctly, so if a realtor, let's say, has an investor that has the 3 million, they will collect the 2% finder's fee for connecting the investor to us and Flipworks, and then they will then be awarded the exclusive agency to the development, which you valued at around 750,000.
That's right. I mean, for the most part, what I've seen is realtors try to make these connections by cold calling and hoping that a relationship somehow was created to land a development deal to be the exclusive agency. It's very hard to come across. We're saying, hey, if you're as good as you say you are, then show us. Show us your sales skills. Show us what you can do and earn your right to this exclusive agency listing. And the feedback has been phenomenal. The connections made have been incredible. So I think this is the first of many developments that we do where we will incorporate that challenge.
I agree, because with the amount of competition with realtors out there, it's very hard to stand out, and this could be the perfect opportunity to do so.
Right, and how many people have we run across so far that they're just one person and they run into one guy that wants to fund the entire development? It's become very common. So
we've had multiple meetings where that was the case.
Right. So the deadline for this is October 13th. We've got a lot of interested individuals, a lot of them at different stages in the communications with our investment relations team. If you're out there and you want to land this large development opportunity where you can be the exclusive agent for, what do they have to do?
I would send us an email, sales@MiniopolisBuilders.com, and we will connect you with either Kramer Cruz or Mike Siri, who is affiliated with Flipworks, and we'll get the process started.
Thank you for watching. We hope you learned something new today about our exciting development, Tiny C. Let's build tiny together.